information about me and my journey and all that stuff. So if you want to know more. Today, I want to talk to you about medical medium recommendations. And I want to talk about it because it has come up recently for me, and I have also seen it come up for other people. It's kind of gets brought to light whenever he changes a recommendation or removes a recommendation from his page. If you don't know about this, Medical Medium on his website, Pendleton decided to join me for this video. He is ready for some snuggle time. So if you don't know about this, Medical Medium on his website, he has several recommended pages. He has recommended supplements, he has recommended foods, he has recommended kitchen tools, he has recommended children's and pets. So obviously and his recommendations, I assume, are based on vetted by spirit kind of situation, where his recommendations are, and then he has talked about this, it's not even the companies, it'll be products, specific products that a company makes that are the highest quality, the purest, that you're gonna get the best healing from, and that will be the safest for you to eat or consume or use or whatever. Oh yeah, he has a personal care recommendations as well. That's the other category. So that's what I wanted to talk about. So when he makes a recommendation for a product, it's not an endorsement of that particular company. It's not a recommendation for all the products in that company. It's not even a recommendation for variances of the same product. It is a specific recommendation for that one product. I will use a couple of examples. Taste Nirvana coconut water was the coconut water he recommended because it was the one and only company that had pure, unadulterated coconut water in glass bottles. And he recommended specifically he specifically recommended from Taste Nirvana the bottled coconut water only. Not the one in cans, because the cans have aluminum, and aluminum is a heavy metal and it can get in your body. Even if something is stored in that can, you kind of want to avoid it if you can. Don't drink things out of aluminum. Don't drink things that have been in aluminum. Don't consume food that has been touching aluminum. You don't want to use it. It's a heavy metal, it gets in your food. So he specifically recommended Taste Nirvana bottled water, and recently Taste Nirvana has, for whatever reason, changed the formula of their bottled coconut water to include coconut essence and fruit sugar. I don't know what that is. And they have a form letter that says, oh, we did that because to make the flavor more consistent or whatever, but I'm not buying it, because honestly, coconut essence and fruit sugar, and then they say something like natural something, it could also be MSG. And all I know for sure, I don't know that it is MSG, I'm saying it very well could be, because the word natural is often used as a code for MSG in food additives. So like I said, I don't know if that's exactly what it is, but I do know that Medical Medium had to take it off of his recommendations list because it is no longer a safe coconut water for us to drink. He did not replace it either, which means there are no safe coconut waters for us to drink. And the best thing we can do for coconut water, if we want to have it now, is get some young Thai coconuts and a Cocoa Jack and bust them open and drink the water from a young Thai coconut. And that's the best we can do for ourselves. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about how when he recommends a product, I have noticed over these past 3 years, and I have sort of figured this out, and he says it, but it's like really become clear to me. He is not endorsing the company. He is not saying, oh, I recommend this coconut water, so buy all the coconut waters from Taste Nirvana. Or, for example, and here's something like, I knew this about the supplements. For some reason I could get it about the tinctures and the supplements. Like, oh yes, okay, he's only recommending this one. Like, I think, for example, the Zeolite, maybe if I'm correct, he recommends, is literally the only product from that company that he recommends. They sell a multitude of other products. I think the same thing goes for the iodine. It's like the only product from that company. And I'm not sure what else, but I think there might be a couple of supplements too that are, it's like this one kind from this company, but not necessarily the other products from this company. And I know that about the herbal tinctures, they change frequently what companies he's recommending them come from. He's got some from one company, some from another company, and it's because this particular one is the highest quality. This particular one is the purest and the safest and the best for us to have. I think the Mega Hydrate's another one that's like the one thing from that one company. I don't know if they sell anything else, but in that case, like that's their one, the thing he'll recommend. And I knew this, but for some reason, I just felt like, oh, well, if he recommends, I don't know why it didn't transfer in my head to like personal care items or kitchen tools or whatever. It's like, oh, if he's saying like a bamboo utensil set, it's any bamboo utensil set. No, it's not, because you don't know what kind of coating they use on the bamboo or what their practices are or anything like that. But he's vetted these products, and so he knows like what's the highest quality. Anyway, so as an example in my own life, because nobody's perfect and we all make mistakes, and I just sort of realized this, there is a brand of deodorant that he recommends, the Crystal deodorant, and they make other scents. This is unscented, and that's the one he recommends. If you look on his recommendations page, you don't see other scents. You see this one, unscented. That's the only one. For some reason in my mind, it went Crystal deodorant, and then it stopped. I was like, okay, and so for this whole time, I have been buying the chamomile one. That's not this one. That's the chamomile one. That actually has different ingredients than this one does. So I finally realized that, and I was like, oh, right. He doesn't endorse any companies. He's not in line with any companies. It's just the one product. That means if he's saying this, and he doesn't also have a picture of the chamomile, then he's only saying this. He's only saying this. So I got the right one. And again, I don't know how huge of it, I don't know how big of a deal it is, but it's like, oh, but there's a reason that he doesn't have the other one. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a reason for it. So remember, he does not endorse any companies. He is not recommending any companies specifically. What he is recommending is these products are the safest ones. So of the options, these products are the safest ones, or the highest quality, or both. So just keep that in mind. I feel like that's really important to distinguish and point out, because 33 months in, and I just was like, oh, why did that one get past me? Like, why? I get it with the supplements. I check every single time I go to reorder supplements, literally the same supplements I've been ordering for months and years and whatever. I still go to his recommendations page first, make sure that none of them have changed, because they change in real time. If a company changes its formula, he will change the recommendation if he needs to. He's on it, and he's not announcing it necessarily because A, he probably doesn't have time, and B, he's not affiliated with the company itself. It's not about the company, it's just about the formula change. So you just want to make that recommendations page, which I obviously will link below. I'll just link them all below, but you can just get to each one from any one of them. A very frequently searched term in my search bar on my computer is medical medium supplements, because I know I can get to any of the recommendations pages from medical medium supplements. And it's not so that he can make extra money. It's not, I mean, yes, they are Amazon affiliate links. If you happen to order them through Amazon, there are a lot of products that he recommends that I buy, but I don't necessarily buy them through Amazon. Amazon's not always the cheapest. So he doesn't get the money for that. And that's true of a lot of people. Maybe if you click on his affiliate links, he'll get a little bit of money, but he's not doing it for the money. It's not about the money, okay? It's just so people will have the recommendations for the right products that are the best for their healing. Always. That's all it's about. And that's what we want. I mean, don't you want that? Don't you want somebody to say, it's this one? Because there's so many choices out there, and it's like, how am I supposed to figure out for myself? And what if you're taking like a bunch of off brands of the products, you know, if you're like, oh, well, he says Ester-C and I just went and picked whatever, it's the cheapest one, but then you're like, I'm not healing, I don't know why. And you're going to blame medical medium, but it's actually because you're not using the products that he recommended. And so you're not going to get the same result. It's just not going to happen. That's important. That is really important. His recommendations are there for a reason. He does not get kickbacks from these companies. He is not affiliated with these companies. It's not about him making a buck or anything. He puts that stuff up there so that we have the right information that we need to heal. It's not about him. It's about us, okay? I know that's super hard to believe because literally nobody else is doing that. Everybody else has supplements to sell and powders to sell and books to sell and diets to sell. And yeah, he is selling books. You know what? Medical Medium is selling books too. But you know what? How else is he supposed to get the information to us? That's the difference. The books aren't for him, they're for us. Do you know what I mean? Like, I hope it's enough to support him. I hope it's enough to support him and to keep him doing what he's doing for us. Because he exhausts himself for us. If you think about his life, what it's like and literally 24/7, it's all he does. If I want to walk away from this YouTube channel because it gets to be too much for me, or if it's just too much in my life or whatever, I can walk away because I don't have spirit in my ear talking to me 24/7 saying you got to get people better. I don't have a life mission that is so completely set for me that I can't divert it in some way. He doesn't have the option to walk away. Okay, he does. He does have free will. He does have the option to walk away. But if he does, the consequences are so much bigger than if I just walk away from this YouTube channel. Do you understand? Like, his whole mission in life is to get people better from chronic illness. His whole mission. And to get the information out there so that people can get better. And he works tirelessly 24/7 disseminating and getting this information out so that we can heal. Everything, every step he takes in his life, every breath he takes is for us. Everything he does is to get this out there and to help us heal. And he doesn't get a break from that, ever. Ever. He can't walk away and go on vacation and be like, hey guys, I'll be back in a couple weeks. Like, he can, but Spirit's with him, still in his ear. He's still getting the health information for every single person he encounters, or who even flies in a plane overhead. That's his world. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. My point is, it's not for him, it's for us. So understand that one of the best things you can do on your healing path is to really follow those recommendations. And you might think, oh, I don't want to spend that much money. Nobody does, and he doesn't want it that way either. It's just how it is, and he doesn't make the prices, and it's not up to him. He's just giving us the information about what's best for our healing. We do what we can do. So I know that it's like, oh, I want to get something cheaper, but yeah, then you're just making expensive urine. Like, you don't know if those things are going to work. They could have additives, they could have fillers, they could have stuff that hasn't been vetted. It's not the same at all. It's not the same. It is important that the recommendations are there for a reason, and you don't have to follow them. We all have free will. You can do what you want. I'm just saying that it is important, and he does do it for a reason, and they are always updated. And so every time I go to reorder supplements, even though I have the same order every time, I still go make sure, like, oh, is this still on the recommendations page? Has it changed? Because it does change. He does change it regularly. So as if some company, like with Taste Nirvana, I don't know what happened with them. They really genuinely were a good company. They were literally the only coconut water company out there. The only one who actually had real, pure coconut water in those bottles. Other companies make that claim, not necessarily true. Other companies say, oh, this is just coconut water. Maybe, but maybe it's also the process you use to get it. It can denature and destroy the coconut water, or the process you use. Some people do, like that high pressure pasteurization he talks about. No. Same with celery juice. You don't want to buy bottles of celery juice that have high pressure pasteurization. Celery juice needs to be fresh. it's not going to have any of the benefits if it's not fresh. You're just, again, making expensive urine. So these recommendations, he gives them for a reason, and they are important, and I needed to talk about it because A, example in my own life, and B, I'm seeing people saying, oh, well, I was getting in the aluminum cans, and I'm like, oh, and hey, it's not a judgment, okay? It's a lot of information, and sometimes we get it in pieces, and sometimes stuff comes in, perfect example, sometimes stuff comes in and we miss a piece, okay? But aluminum cans, no bueno. Do not drink from or drink something that has been in and aluminum cans, that's putting more heavy metals into your body. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. And that is important. Anything. Glass bottles are the way to go if you're drinking something that's been pre-packaged, like the coconut water. So I don't know what happened with Taste Nirvana, and I'm bummed out about it, that happened. And I honestly have speculations that have to do with things I don't generally talk about on this channel, but not entirely sure that it's Taste Nirvana's fault what happened. And I don't know how it happened, but I'm not gonna go into that too much. But I will just say they did used to be a genuinely good company, and I don't know. It's a puzzle as to how they got corrupted. So I hope that it's something they can fix. I hope that it's something that they can go back to making the coconut water properly, but I don't know if that'll happen. And I hope that somebody does, or there's some way to get it, because quite honestly, it's a little bit of a pain in the butt to buy young Thai coconuts and open them, and then you've got the coconut meat too. Like, I don't want to waste that. But it's high in fat, so I don't eat it. And like, I could make wraps, blend it up and make wraps for my family, or coconut noodles, but I don't know, we'll see. I probably will buy some young Thai coconuts. I do have a Coco Jack, I can do it. It's a little bit more work than just opening up a bottle. So anyway, I hope this video was helpful. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up down below. You can subscribe to my channel by hitting that subscribe button, and you can ding the bell next to it if you would like to be notified when I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, my healers and health seekers. Thank you for coming along on my healing journey and for letting me accompany you on your healing journeys. I love you so, 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 so much. If there's anything I forgot to mention in this video about the recommendations or other tips and tricks you would like to add, please put them in the comments below. You know I love to hear from you. I do. I love you so much. And many blessings on your continued healing journey. Stay curious, my healers and health seekers, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.